Are your phones silent?
All right. Looks like we're streaming. Looks like we're live. Going to give it until 10 seconds. And what is up, everybody? Welcome to TRS Live. We are here for official episode number 2, where we're going to be discussing with Justin, our fishing buyer, the Panoptix by Garmin. We're also going to be talking about a lot of hot products, a lot of new products coming in, and a couple of other stories that are going on here. So to start us off, we've got Matt on the right. He's our host.
Good morning.
One of our hosts. Yeah, we have Justin in the middle there, or I should say on the left. There's not 3 of us today.
Good morning.
To my immediate right.
Yeah, and then to me up in the corner, that's Zach. So welcome to the show. And what do we want to start with today?
I got a real good idea. Let's just get it out there, Zach.
Should we just get it out
there? Get it out there right away. So we talked about we would have an intro to the show. It's done.
Intro to the show is done.
It's done.
It's going to get better.
It wasn't the intro for today because we wanted everybody to see it and hear it first, just so they didn't think they were tuning into something different.
Correct. So, without further ado, I'm going to try and fire this up.
Oh man. Let's not try. Let's just make it happen.
It's official. It's official. It's official.
I'ma do this here forever.
EQ.
Forever.
Triune.
Forever.
Yeah.
Forever. I'ma do this here forever.
Let's go.
All you haters better get comfy. This the day you've been waiting on. Y'all road is finna get bumpy. This the track I'm making my statement on. I ain't going nowhere. This the place that I'm making home. I'll do this shit forever. Hit the gas and I'm taking off. Ow. I was born with passion. My job is never ending and my hustle's everlasting. No matter what, I'm gon' ball, even with my back to the wall. And the best part is that this is the beginning. I'ma do this here forever. Forever.
Yeah. Nice.
That's it. That's all. That's the intro.
That's it. We've got an intro now. There's going to be a voiceover soon. I'm going to do a voiceover to introduce the podcast name, but overall, that's pretty sick. So.
I'm just watching it here on my phone a little bit. It's a little delayed on there, so I'm just watching it. You did a great job again. I think it looks awesome.
I think it's very, very
well.
cool.
People that are tuning in, I mean, let us know what you think of the intro. I think.
If we need to change something, or you have some better video that you want us to add, maybe, or something like that. We want everything we can get because we want it to look professional. We want it to look really sick. So I think it looks pretty sick right now, but
I think it does. And as we get more video content, it's only going to get better, right?
I'm excited for like a year from now what all of this is going to be like, and it's going to be ridiculous. Crazy TV show,
I mean,
well, and we were talking about it before we went live this morning that this room needs an overhaul, right?
Yep.
You know, we need to be able to have the ability to show videos to people as like we're product spotlight type stuff.
For sure.
You know, we need to be able to see a lot of things that you're seeing in the comments and all that kind of stuff. So it's a work in progress.
But
what is this now? Is this show number like 6 or something like that, or TRS Live number 6 or whatever you want to call it?
This is official episode number 2.
Oh, right. But we've done this at least 6 times.
Yeah, we've done this at least 6 times,
and every time it's gotten better, in my opinion.
Yeah, and I think your opinion.
I think so. I think everybody's.
I mean, why would it not?
Well, let's not hold him back anymore. Obviously, he's reigning to talk. I mean, we've tried to get Justin on the show at least every time we've been on here.
Yeah, no, I appreciate the opportunity to take a break.
Yeah, you're swamped
from my daily activities.
So
yeah, no, we're very, very busy this time of year.
Very busy.
Definitely.
So the one time we really wanted Justin to come on, and we tried to do that camera live thing. I mean, you literally had boxes and boxes of products swallowing you up in your office. So let's talk about that quick before we jump into some Panoptix type stuff and all that. I mean, hot lures coming in, bass, walleye lures are flowing in every single day.
Yeah, no, we just finished up with our new Great Lakes assortment. As everybody knows, we've been working with Russell. It's kind of his area of expertise. So, yeah, that assortment is in. It's not on the sales floor yet, but a lot of it's available on our web, so you can check it all out there. Custom colors. There's stuff, and I've been buying tackle for a long time. There's stuff that Russell found that I've never seen. It's pretty impressive assortment. So the next transition, even though we're buried in ice right now, winter finally showed up. So in addition to keeping our shelf stocked with all the hottest ice product, the local stuff that people want, we're also adding a couple $100,000 worth of new bass tackle.
Oof.
So the assortment already was huge.
Yep.
I mean, you can't go anywhere within 100 miles is generous. It's not even close. So our assortment is pretty amazing.
Break it up a little bit. I mean, seriously,
It's pretty amazing.
We. How many different brands roughly do we carry?
Oh my goodness.
It's that many that you got to think
Billions
about
and
it.
billions
Yeah,
and
right.
billions
Where's
and
the awesome-
billions.
where's
Yeah,
the
no.
Dr. Evil?
It's hundreds of vendors, from bass tackle, the wallet. I don't know, and we're adding so much more. So it's
Right.
It's hard to put in. You just you got to just check our website out, and you got to come in store and see what's
And be
new.
patient too. I mean, we
Yep.
got a lot of people working hard to get that product out there as fast as we can. I mean, on the sales floor and on the website. I mean, as soon as stuff comes in, that's one thing that we've concentrated on is fine tuning the receiving process. So, I mean, the lag time from being swamped to now, as soon as it hits the warehouse door, it's checked in within 8 hours, 24 hours. I
would say 8. Yeah, that's a fair assessment.
And then it's probably on the website within 24 hours.
Yep,
Right.
yep.
And that's only getting better every single day. I mean, we realize that people are excited for all this kind of stuff, just like we're excited when it comes through the doors.
Absolutely.
So-
And the nice thing about our inventory system is, you can call the store and ask, but it's live. So as soon as it's here and checked in,
Yep.
you can see it. You can shop it. It's available.
So, and that's a good point, because if it's not available on the floor yet, if they want to buy it on the web and do in-store pickup, they can just click that, and that product is ready to roll. I mean, they have it up front within an hour.
Yep.
As soon as you hit that in-store pickup, there's a real good chance it's going to be up there up front for you in an hour. And then the nice thing, too, is maybe a little bit more of a headache. I'm not trying to promote this, but if you don't like the way something looks, it's going to be a lot easier to switch it out here than obviously if we got to send it back to you. You got to send it back to us, that kind of stuff, too. So
That option's amazing. I'm not a huge shopper.
online shopper, you mean?
I love the in-store pickup. I mean, to show up and everything that you wanted is ready to go, checked out. You just got to pick it up and go.
Just pick it up and go.
Yep. So if you're in a hurry, you want to get on the lake or
Yep.
whatever, you're just coming off the lake and, bite slow, maybe you're shopping.
Right.
Whatever. Just,
Right.
it's
Yeah.
right.
The bite slow on therealshot.com.
Yep.
Picking out all
You're
the
looking for
hottest-
lures
Yeah.
that might work where you're at or whatever.
Well, who knows? I mean, Brian brought that up a couple episodes ago. Maybe we're at the point where if you are on the lake and you need some extra stuff, if we get that same day delivery rocking, you might be having lures delivered right to near the water.
Okay.
It's
hard to imagine, but-
right now. I'm just gonna be flying out across the lake on like an old Super Twin, just trying to get to somebody to drop off
Right,
some lures
right.
at their shack, and I'm
Yeah.
totally okay with that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
The hard part, like we talked about, was trying to get us back to work. I mean, if,
Right.
if people are delivering stuff to the lake,
Yeah,
we're not. There's a lot. We're gonna need more vacation.
I'm going to take an
Brian.
extended lunch today, Brian.
Yeah.
The guy I dropped the baits off to, he's on a hot bite right now. So I'm
Right.
I'll stick around.
Hey, real quick though, I do want to just give a shout out Eugene Bertring.
Hey,
he's
Eugene.
heading. He's loading up the shack, headed to Lake of the Woods for 4 days, and he's pretty jacked about it. And we're pretty jacked for you too. I mean, congrats that you're heading out, and good luck because I know it's been a little bit of a slow bite lately. But get out there, find him, and hammer on him.
He's a real great guy. I've sold him a bow, and we've stayed kind of friends throughout the after that sales process. He's hardcore fisher. He's a charter. I think he just got his charter license now, so he's
awesome.
He does all kinds of guiding stuff. So he's a really cool dude, and he's a proud supporter of the Real Shot. So
For sure.
good luck to him, because I know one of the Toptics we're covering, he's going to be fishing with the Panoptix. I believe he's got one of them.
Right.
So check his stuff out too. But we're excited for that. I mean, I don't know if we want to just keep going on with the new tackle stuff for a little bit and then have you get into the Panoptix. I'm going to kind of let you run with what you want to talk about right now.
Well, while we're on ice, let's hit ice, and then we can swing back and grab some of the new stuff that we have coming in.
Awesome.
Just a small sample. I mean, we can attack the Panoptix if you want to hit it right now.
No, I think obviously it's snowing out like crazy. We got some real cold temperatures coming in. So ice is going to continue to get better. I mean, the snow is going to be an insulator. It may not help it grow as fast as it could have if there wasn't. But
Yep.
again, like we talked about on Monday. Is today Wednesday? Yeah, crazy.
Yeah, it's Wednesday.
We talked about Monday. I mean, we're not like 100% fully stocked anymore because we're getting shot pretty hard now because we have stuff that nobody else does, but we have a lot of ice stuff still available, and some of it may be on sale.
Definitely.
So with the battle coming up, come to the Real Shot because we're gonna have a lot of the fish catching
we
stuff.
still have a huge assortment of electronics. Ice shacks are in stock. We have insulated otters. Live bait twice a week. I think Tony's bringing that stuff in now. I think he mentioned that last week.
Yep,
so
he's twice a week now on live bait. So we'll be ready to go, and we're open till 8 o'clock.
Yep, you don't
most
have
of the
2-week-old cooler bugs. You have fresh bait.
Yep.
And that says a lot just in itself. So
And we have augers like you mentioned. So we have the Strike Master and all that kind of good stuff. Jiffy, Eskimo.
Yeah, we have the 40 volt still in stock. It is absolutely hands down the hottest, one of the hottest augers on the market right now. I mean, that's and we have them on sale. We almost have them $100 off MSRP. So if you're in the market for an auger and you want one of the best augers that's being produced right now, we have them on sale. So you should definitely get in, grab them before they're gone.
Yep.
Especially if you've got one of those old, like a real old Jiffy or something that's just, you're out on the lake. You always hear somebody struggling, whether they're a mile away or right next to you.
Yep.
And I think there's just one thing is just like, I used to be in car sales was, if you've got that old piece of equipment that's really dogging you down, just like a car, just like an appliance at home, it's not doing you any good. So if you have the ability to come at least look at them and see if there's something here that you like, because, these new ones, it's a world of difference.
Yeah, if you're leaning on your auger to cut a hole,
yeah, that's not good.
it's either time for new blades or with the technology and augers now, treat yourself. Get something nice. Makes life easier on the ice.
Well, we got Valentine's Day coming up really quick. Anybody shopping for their boyfriends or wives or any husbands, any of that kind of stuff.
Absolutely.
Come on in here. There's some awesome stuff.
We'll hook you up.
I thought you mentioned that point about like I've helped guys out. They've been out there struggling, drilling. I walk over there with my propane Eskimo and just firing like 4 or 5 holes for them. It makes you feel cool. Plus, it's like, yeah, look at how awesome my auger is compared to yours.
Yeah, no joke.
So, Justin, talk about some of the ice stuff that we got, and it's hot. I know Tony covered some of the lures, but you physically have some here, so hopefully Zach can get some of that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I brought some in. I didn't know if we would be able to see them at this distance, but Euro Tackle, Z-Viber, probably one of the hottest trending baits right now in ice. We carry their entire product assortment, so everything that Z-Viber makes, we stock, or Euro Tackle, excuse me, is the name of the company. But Z-Viber's it's a lipless crank. It's right along with the trend for the walleye guys, white bass guys. They make them in a small size, a 16th, so they were actually really effective on perch, aggressive crappies. It's easy to fish. It's easy to pick up on the deucer. Just a great bait. In addition to their standard colors, we're also stocking customs. We do have,
and I'm showing the customs right now.
You are.
So.
Yeah.
So
they're
people
pretty
can
sweet.
see that?
Yeah.
Nice.
The detail is beyond what a fish can comprehend, but it's amazing. Right?
Well, see, I like what I'm looking at right now is like the purple darter or some of these. They've got so much contrast in the colors, which is going to give any fish that's looking at this bait more than one color to look at. So they're going to see a little bit more and have a little bit more of that flash and want that action. So.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, we have natural, and then we have some bright, like Zach said, high contrast, high vis colors that are great for our system. We got a little bit of a stained water here, so naturals are not always key, and so we offer it all.
Water. You were on Poigan once this year, right?
Saturday afternoon.
What is the water quality like out there?
Actually, the water clarity on Poigan's pretty good.
Okay.
We ran into a spot just west, not in front of Indian Point, mainly out in the main hole where I did have 8 inches of ice and the water was extremely dirty. I don't know if there was just a pile of fish running around or if it had been maybe an old hole that ulcer they call it. There's springs and stuff on that side or in that area.
Okay.
So, but yeah, clarity was good. Ice conditions are good. I'm sure this weekend there will be 1,000 vehicles out there driving everywhere.
Yep. Be safe. Be safe.
Locally we're so used to keying in on ice conditions based on Poigan and Winnebago. There are 2 big lakes. They're our most popular draw. Yep. And, we had those winds that broke it up earlier, but you go west and north, and there's probably more than enough vehicle ice. Obviously, you don't want to venture out without checking
Check
first.
it, yes.
Cut a hole, spud, check
Yep.
it out. But with these cold temps and the temps that we had, we're in for at least another month and a half to 2 months of really good ice.
Well,
So,
hopefully. I know like Friday they're calling for the high is -2. That's the high.
yes. Yeah. So we have thermal shelters.
We have striker suits.
And we have striker
Striker
suits.
suits. And correction, the sale on the striker suits does not start officially until February 1st. We misannounced
Yeah.
that on Monday.
Well, we have a really aggressive marketing team. Megan put together a wonderful
yes.
sales flyer.
Yes. We apologize to Striker. The sale starts February 1st.
Yeah. But we do have really good inventory. So
Yes.
as of the 1st, we are going to do some steep discounts. It's just one of those extra things you can have as a safety option on the ice.
Yep.
You look at those guys that went down in Fond du Lac a
just
couple of days ago. It's terrible as a fisherman, as a person. You hate to hear somebody losing a life through the ice. But they were in front of the river, traveling at night.
Yep.
We've had a lot of high water this fall, so any tributary entrance, any river mouth, creek,
It's flowing.
that's the stuff you got to watch, because flowing water obviously doesn't freeze as well
Yeah.
as the stuff that's not moving.
Yep.
So,
Yep. So, yeah.
just use caution.
That was very unfortunate, but it's just be very cautious. The ice is getting better, but it's never amazingly safe. So especially with like an ATV or a UTV, I mean those
Right.
are quite heavy.
Yeah, 1,000. I don't even know. They're heavy.
Yeah, it's
Yep.
like for me.
Yeah. And then you put all your gear in it.
Yeah,
200 pounds ice shack.
200 pounds ice shack.
Right.
But what the other thing I wanted to mention too is what's the refillable propane system that we carry again?
Flame King.
Flame King.
Yep.
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 That thing's pretty cool.
It is neat. So initially, I'd have to check the price on the unit. Zach, you have the.
I think it's $49.99
online
for
it's
the
$49.99
for the recharge. It's the refillable unit with the you get 1 pound refillable cylinder with it. If I'm not,
Yep.
and then I think the cylinders themselves they're not cheap, but they're reusable. I think they're like $16.99 for a new refillable cylinder. So that's really cool. You hook it up to a 20 pounder and you can refill. In the way that's regulated and everything like that, and make sure you get the same constant fill every single time at the right amount of propane to air ratio that you need. So those are cool too.
The initial cost is a little bit higher, but the return on your investment is it's. I guess I haven't calculated out how many propane cylinders, but at $4.50 a crack or $4 a crack
Oh, man.
for a 1 pound cylinder, and everything we use now
It's propane.
is propane, and the convenience of the 1 pound cylinders. I go through 100 a year.
Well, think about easily, and think about how many you normally have with you.
Yep.
You get done fishing for the day, bring that thing home, put it on the Flame King, refill it, and you're ready to go. I mean, you don't have to. Like my issue right now is that there's been a Sunday where I've wanted to get out, and I'm like, I forgot to get propane.
Yeah. Flame King got them in stock.
Got to get in, and so
We got
Okay.
one sold now to you. So when we're done here.
yeah, okay, all right. Molly's gonna be happy with me bringing home another.
Well,
awesome.
She'll accept it.
Yeah, she doesn't have a choice. Anyways,
You're gonna
moving on. Continue on with some awesome stuff. So we got Z Vibers, very hot. I mean that's gonna be a hot ticket for the Poigan Bago right now. Tony, actually, I watched Tony catch some bluegills on that Z Vibers too. So
Oh yeah, I've had some perch. Actually on Winnebago when the bays first locked up. The perch out there are actually really nice this year if you can get on them. But
just
yeah,
be
they crush
fair.
it.
You don't need to keep 25 every single day. Be.
Fish regulations and
That's-
ethics is a whole.
That's a whole
noth-
podcast. That
Yeah.
we could have Justin Munn in here again, and he could talk for hours on that one.
Well, we'll address some key topics at that point.
What else you got in that goodie bag over there? I mean, it looks pretty cool from right here.
All right. Well, we have an insane plastics assortment. The guys that specialize or are really keyed in on the panfish, the bluegill, the crappie bite, know the importance of good plastics, and as we do here, so we do basically stock about every piece of panfish plastic you can purchase on the market. Again, I stated earlier we have all the the Euro Tackle stuff. They have a whole bunch of different body styles and different lengths, all the colors that you need. Euro bobbers down is a staple. skimpies, doopies, wedgies. Man, they got so many different body styles. Again,
I'm scrolling
Yeah.
the whole list of them.
Well, I said I had a gentleman or somebody commented, do you have these plastics? Because right now on Facebook there's a hot buy with some Northland Impulse stuff. It's a really good deal. So if you're looking for some of that stuff too, go to our Facebook page and check out that hot buy. But he asked if we had these Northland plastics, and I'm like, here's the link to our ice plastics page. Shop away, because it's huge. I mean, do you have it up right now so people can see it?
Yeah, I just looked up the Eurotackle plastics.
Oh, yeah.
Just to show, because we were talking about them. But, I mean, seriously, we have an entire section up front with nothing but plastics on it.
Yeah, there's probably...
There, but so many plastics.
If you lay it out, there's probably 15 to 20 feet of just
You're going to
plastic.
find something that works.
Yeah, absolutely. We have all the the big marketed brands, the Northland, the Impulse.
Yep.
We got a lot of the specialty unique brands too that you can't find in. I don't want to pick on Fleet Farm, but I should, because I was in their store the other day and their ice selection's sad.
It
Well,
happens.
13 JNS. I mean,
It's easy for us because we're in tune with our customer base. We are fishermen, so we are out. We are familiar. We know what we need, what we want, so we put it on our shelves. And that's awesome.
I want to piggyback on that though, because for me, I like going to new stores and whatnot, and I love seeing places, especially outfitters, and going to the huge big box retailers or even bigger box retailers that specialize in this gear. You walk through our store, which is a pretty small storefront compared to what these other guys have, and they load it full of all different types of plastics, jigs, everything. But here's the difference between us and them is they're not in tune. They're just buying what's the cheapest that they can push for a heavy profit, where we're sitting here going, well, if this lure doesn't work and if this lure is not good quality, we're not going to carry it. And we've got a ton of good stuff here versus where we could just stock a million brands and have a bunch of junk. But, I mean, we have good gear here.
Well, and that's that. You can contribute that to Justin, Mark, Eggert. Excuse me, but you guys, how many products do we have here that I'll be sitting on the computer and I'll be like, oh, this should be cool, and at least you guys give us a chance to try it. I mean,
Right.
Hey, check it out. We've always kind of looked at it like, if you think it's awesome and we bring it in, now you got to help sell it. So.
Right.
We've won some, we've lost some, but a lot of the stuff is because somebody out there from the Real Shot or a customer has said, oh, you guys should try this, and we've gotten it in, and some has been successful and some has not been successful. But
I think we love to do that. We love the customer input. If you have a hot brand or a hot lure that you think we should stock, and let us know, please.
So that brings me to Nick and I. So Nick from our bowstring area.
Yep.
We're starting a petition with all of our customer base to bring in MEPS. We want MEPS.
I do apologize. The inline spinner selection is good.
Oh, I thought it's gotten better over the years.
And that's a category we can grow. It's one of those. It's always been a staple bait. It's been around forever. Like you said, the MEPS. A lot of squirrels died to get that company where it is today. But I mean.
Do they still do that, where if you send your squirrel tails in?
I think they do. I can't say that collecting squirrel tails would be a profitable business for anybody, but I do believe they still offer you a
like a lure or something like
something.
That. Oh, it takes like 55 squirrel tails to get one lure.
I think that's wrong.
Don't quote me.
I think just based on the lure and the size of a squirrel tail, it's probably more like 5 lures per squirrel.
Oh, okay. But you better like.
But tail only.
You better like to eat squirrels.
No animals were harmed in this podcast.
So real quick, I've got a couple of comments that I want to run over.
All right, cool.
We have Jake T, who's getting ready to hit Milwaukee Harbor from Michigan for some big browns. That's awesome. Good luck to you.
Yeah,
Send us pictures if you catch anything, please. We could always use trophy photos.
Yes.
Send them in.
Well, and that's the thing. Like, Tuesday is Trophy Photo Tuesday. Come on, people. Help us out here.
Bring it in.
What does Jake got to do, Zach, when he catches that monster brown? What does he got to do to the Real Shot? He's got
send us a photo.
And hashtag what?
Hashtag TRS Outdoors.
Is that
Instagram, Facebook, wherever. It'll show up. Or send it to us directly. We've got Tom B, who would like to ask, are the Bandy Rodeo Clowns going to be back available online?
Yeah. Can you be more specific? Was there a certain size? Because here's Bandy right here, number 3, jig and wrap. This is
I think he means the Z Vibers.
Z Vibers.
Yeah,
Is
I
that
don't know.
what he's
We were
after?
talking about the custom. Is it? Do we do a custom in that
Yeah, it's
color?
a custom. We have
Yep.
it in the jig and wrap, and then we also had Z Vibers sold out super fast.
See, I'm guessing it was for the Z Viber. That's what we were talking about when he commented it. So
Yep. So the Z Vibers, we had, was it Viper tackle painted those?
Yep. Viper did the Viber customs for us. I'm gonna have to see on that. I'm gonna have to see what we have out there for blanks, and the custom process we try to do and keep the baits in stock as much as we can. But the process is a little bit slower than just going to a catalog or contacting your vendor and say, hey, I need 100 of these. It does, because it's a custom process. It's
plus, people love them.
People love
People
'em.
just won't stop buying them. So they as fast as we can get them here, they're gone.
Well, and that's the hard part about it too, is you get some unique colors painted up. Some are more successful than others. I mean, you got to.
Yep.
How do you know?
Yeah.
It's hard to forecast that game.
Some people just collect them because they're pretty to look
Yeah.
at, right?
They are really nice.
But they,
to look at.
they do catch fish,
Yep.
all of them.
So well, there you go. So we do have it in a Rapala jig and wrap.
Yeah. So I mean, we always custom paint proven body styles. So we're trying to take something that's good and make it a little bit better, or offer our customers more options in that already fish catching body style. So we are doing our best to keep those in stock for you guys.
So 2 more. Jason Anger, he has affirmed about the Flame King, saying that it's very easy to use and it's very convenient.
Oh, cool.
Definitely loves that. Kevin Field Jr., he says there's way too much hype on the Z Vibers. So, Kevin, we'd love to hear, what is your favorite lure to fish with?
true.
If you've got something better and there's something better out there, let us know.
Well, yeah, right. And what doesn't he like about it? I mean,
Right.
every lure is
So
not
the-
for every person.
So the hype off the Z Viber, I mean, it's coming off Rapala's ultralight rip and wrap, right?
Okay.
So lipless cranks are nothing new. Like, they have been produced for 80 billion years, right? It's old as Bill Dance. I mean, they're old, right? That's where, right? So lipless
Right.
cranks originated in the bass world, and they've transitioned. I mean, if anybody follows the spring walleye run and the Great Lakes, that blade baits, lipless crank baits is a technique that's just, it's rocketing. It's catching fish.
Love 'em.
Yep. They're everything eats them. So Rapala started downsizing to the ultralight 4, and then last year they came out with the 3. And Z Viber just
Right.
it's trending. Let's do it. And they did a really good job. So they're 16th. I gotta check the weight on this 3.
well, yeah, because everybody pretty much has a lipless crankbait now. I mean, after it kind of blew up,
Yep.
Northland has a version of it.
Yozuri's got them.
Yeah, well, like
Those are
Justin
my
said, it's
favorite.
not like it's new technology.
Right.
It's
Literally
just come back around.
Yeah, almost all.
They're my
shouldn't
favorite.
say that.
I love them. I love the action on some of them, especially the Yozuri Rattling vibe. That is my go-to. If you know me, I have one hanging on my wall from the time that I may or may not have snagged a 30-pound buffalo, and it swam away for 2
Wait.
days, and I got it back.
Was it a buffalo fish?
Yeah, buffalo fish.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's one.
No, I was in Yellowstone trying to
Yellowstone.
catch buffalo. Just,
Yeah, which would probably not be that difficult.
That's not that
Just,
big
I
either.
think landing them would be the issue.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I don't
think
know
it-
if they make lines strong enough. Well, you could use the shark line.
Oh yeah, we
Yeah.
could. Yeah, we got.
We're not recommending you
Yeah,
go
we're not
fishing for
going to-
buffalo.
I don't even know how that
We're
just
just
happened.
saying in
He's
theory,
talking buffalo carp.
buffalo carp.
That was
Yeah.
pretty cool, though.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Chats.
2 days later in a
I
river.
just like to.
that was awesome.
muddy the waters, muddy the.
No,
plague.
that's cool. We appreciate you.
I'm really good at stating the obvious.
So products. What else do we got?
Products.
yeah.
That's
So
a
all right.
pile of stuff.
So yeah, Z Viber is the buzz, better than the bait. It's a proven fish catching lure.
So just to kind of answer that guy's question a little bit, it's probably not going to be in stock anymore. That what was it, Bandy Clown or something?
Bandy Clown.
Bandy
Yep.
for this ice season anymore.
Yeah.
just because the process takes like 2-3 weeks to get it painted up.
At times, yeah, and being that Z Viber, whether it's the world's greatest bait or not, it's trending hot all over the country. So inventory levels from Eurotackle,
Yep.
maybe down. I mean, they sold out so fast last year. It wasn't 2 weeks into the ice season, you couldn't touch a Z Viber.
Right,
So
right.
they reacted to that, and they've been a lot more available this year. So yeah, it's not an everything. It's not an everywhere bait. It's but it does catch fish. So it's something I definitely have in my arsenal. Why would you not
Right.
give yourself the opportunity?
That's true. It's true.
Big fish eat big baits.
True statement.
Sometimes they eat small baits.
Well, that's like, I like this one here because the fact is when you rip this thing, you can hear it rattling under the ice a ways.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's pretty phenomenal. We were fishing Bago one year, it's like 2 years ago, when these kind of first came out in one of the bigger sizes. We were trying for white bass walleye. You need to rip that thing. We're in a tuber van, and you can hear it all the way up, with the radio on and all that kind of cool stuff. So
Yeah, you go to Fox River De Pere in the spring when the walleye run is on, and just close your eyes, and that's all you hear. It's to a point where I think the fish actually probably got turned off, which is why other techniques, plastic and blades, really rock last year. So,
So we've got another question. Jason Anger is back with, what is the round tackle box on the table?
that's not a round tackle box. This is actually a pretty cool product. Tony touched on it last week.
Yep.
This is Finicky Fooler's. It's designed to, I believe it's designed specifically for the Finicky Fooler itself.
Should I go? I'm going to go grab one of those, the finicky fooler, because we talked about it last week.
I don't think there's one set up, but there should be a package.
All right, I'm going to go grab one.
Product in the bag. Anyway, now that Trotz is leaving, we can get serious about this. So traditional hull cover looks like this, right? It's a flat piece. You slide your tip up in, you set it on the ice. You get a flag, you pick this off the ice, right? A lot of people will bank the ice in to keep the wind from coming in. Finicky, they went above and beyond. I think this is an awesome idea. So you have an insulated tip-up hole cover center. So now when I remove my tip-up, when I have a fish on, I don't have to reset it in chunk ice. I can have a nice, clean tip-up, removal in and out. It's genius. Guy's a genius. Love it. In stock with the Foolers. Works great with their actual Finicky Fooler product also. So
Definitely. We do have another question. Are you guys ever going to have an Oshkosh location again?
I have no idea.
We are not at liberty to say.
Next week when
'cause we
Brian,
don't know.
hey, next week when Brian comes back from Shot, tune in, ask him.
Right.
Be the guy you want to talk to.
I guess we'll find out.
Yeah.
'Cause we don't even know.
To be determined.
To be determined.
So,
Yeah. What else we got? Oh, Matt's back. There we go.
yeah, Matt's back. We can touch on more plastics.
There we go.
I think if you're chasing it, you want it. It's ice plastic. We have it in stock.
Brian is watching and replied to him for us and said, not anytime soon.
There to have it.
And there's the answer.
Yep.
What did I miss?
Somebody asked if we had a Oshkosh location coming back sometime soon.
I literally had to run all the way up front. There's 2 left.
Okay. There'll be more
They're
coming.
popular.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's a cool product.
Should we just open this one, or I don't know.
You can. I mean, we talked about it last week. If anybody wants to see it, I would say just stop down to the store. We'll have Tony or one of the guys give you a demo, show you how it works. Yeah. So it's cool. It's awesome.
I'll sign right up there for nothing. I thought we were gonna.
Well, I mean, you can open it. I'm not telling you can't,
I know.
son. Please don't mess with that.
So, where are we at now that I'm got my sprints in for the day?
We just touched on the finicky hole cover.
Yeah, so that works with the finicky fooler, and this is the.
Yep.
What do you want to call this? Not a hook setting aid. It's basically a tip down.
And it's not a tip
hybrid
down.
tip down.
It's a strike indicator essentially. When a fish takes the line, like Tony was telling you guys last week, there's not like a hook setting device where it pops and sets the hook into the fish. It's when a fish grabs your line and takes the line, the flag tips up. It just lets you know that.
You had a bite.
Yep, it's like a glorified dead stick. It's a very cool product.
It's sensitive, and I mean, there's different settings and all that kind of
Yep,
stuff. Cool.
You can adjust it to bait size, and if you're fishing big shiners or down to small fatheads, you can adjust the tension so that.
Yeah, I like mine. Cool. So we got a lot of other. So
Yeah.
I mean, we've been talking for half an hour now. It's probably time to. You got any other things you want to comment on over there? I mean, I do love that deep freeze ice hole cleaner.
Yeah.
You're gonna need that thing now, with the snow that's on the ice.
If you are using any other ice removal tool from your hole, you're missing it big time because this thing is. Yep, it's durable. It will remove 99% of your slush in one pass.
One pass.
Yep. Put it down straight, square it up, pick it up slow. Literally, depending 18, 20 inches of ice, you pick the whole thing up, shake it off. You can beat on it. You can.
Yeah. I purposely will drill a hole, fill it in with as much snow and slush as I possibly can, and show people how well that works.
Yep.
I mean, that's why I don't catch any fish, because I'm out there demoing that thing most of the time.
Well, I mean, so speed's not always key getting the slush out of your hole, right? But if you're banging around on Poigan and you jump into a group or you're on a hot school fish, I got my ice out of my hole and I'm fishing
Faster.
while you're still scooping.
Yep, with your little
2 or 3 fish every move, 1 fish, 2 fish.
It's worth it.
It adds up at
Well,
the end
and
of
you
the day.
start adding 6 to 8 inches of snow on top of 12 to 14 to 20 something inches of ice. I mean, it's they're awesome. So deep freeze, that's the last cool thing that I think. But obviously, Catula spikes still need that. Things are slippery out there, but
Every year, I mean, there was just one 2 weeks ago on Little Butamore. They had the rescue guys down. Gentlemen, you know, as everybody knows, we have had very little, if no snow, almost all season. Guy slipped on the ice, busted his head open. I mean, you're talking anywhere from a headache to like brain damage. I mean, you can really mess yourself up.
Yep.
Cleats, inexpensive. I don't see why everybody doesn't have a pair on their feet.
You know, with the way that the ice is, no matter where you're at,
Yep.
everyone knows no ice is ever safe.
Yep.
I mean, there's so many small, inexpensive things you can do in ice fishing to save your life.
Yep.
Doesn't need to be a $400 float suit. It doesn't need to be, you know, the best of the best everything. But you have your picks. You've got your cleats on. You know what I mean? Like, that's a little bit of warm clothes.
Well, the
Take those
cleats
simple
are a
steps.
no-brainer for me. First of all, for traction, but in safety. But traction, it comes important when you get a tip up. Like all your buddies are slipping and sliding.
Yeah.
Right.
You're the first one there,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
And if they get in your way, you just plant that foot and send them.
Yeah, full send them across the ice.
Why? Because they can't stop themselves.
Right.
Well, I mean, in your shack too. If you're got the heater on,
Yep.
you know that whether there's snow on the ice or not. A couple hours into it, you're inside your shelters, ice,
Yep.
slippery,
Slippery.
pushing gear, cutting auger. I'm sure everybody's seen a guy standing on the ice,
Spinning around.
spinning around on his auger.
I just saw one the other day. A guy was sitting on top of his auger, like halfway in a hole, and he just hit the putt. He was spinning around like crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, he was sitting on it. He
was probably entertaining himself, or
because he wasn't catching fish because
Well,
he didn't have a Z-Viper.
you know what? That happens. Yeah. Well, sorry, that did happen prior to Panoptix. We'll discuss that.
Oh, there it is. Let's get right into it.
All
You got
right,
anything?
So, real quick, I've got just a couple things here. We've got one question was, will the covers work for polar tip-ups? Do you know? Or I think those are specifically designed for...
They will work with any standard tip-up. So shaft size is the issue. When it comes to tip-up.
Is it now?
Yeah. Well, what kind of you guys? I promised Brian that I will behave. So if you would please
You did a great job.
not
Yeah.
make comments like that.
As far as tip-ups, shaft size does matter.
Yes. Yep. So the size of the hole in the cover is designed to fit most standard shafts. So absolutely. Yep. Beaver dams, HTs, polars, they all probably get the components in a similar place from China.
We have to forewarn everybody. We have a man-child filled room. Anytime we do this show, we're all extremely mature. Except for him, apparently. Justin's over here like straight face, like, yes, the shaft size and the hole size. It all has to correlate. Otherwise, it won't work.
I'm gone now. Like I'm useless the rest of the show after that.
So, back to what we were going
Look
to
at how
talk
red
about
his
next.
look at how red his cheeks are.
No,
though.
that's what? No, we're good. No, we're good.
All right, so
back on
Panoptix.
tap.
I've got the Garmin Panoptix Live Scope teaser video. I won't have any audio, but I'm going to play it while you talk about it, and we're still going to be able to see everybody. So just
Okay,
Roll
real
it.
quick, are you gonna, before you hit play, I brought all these lures from the floor, so just in stock items that are for the upcoming Battle on Bago and the Winnebago system, or regardless of where you're fishing, we have all kinds of stuff: slab wraps, slender spoons, Johnson's snare spoon, back to the plastics. We got all the power bait plastics.
13.
13, Akara plastics. Our selection of Castmasters is, well, we have everything and lots of it. So that's kind of a staple on this system.
Yep.
White bass, walleyes, perch, you can drop them. You can do anything you want. Custom tackle and molds also paints for us. We have some goby patterns, jigging wraps. Anybody that fishes the bay, or now I believe Winnebago is infested with gobies, which is fantastic.
But nobody can prove it yet.
Nobody.
But I'm making it a goal.
Yeah, no, they're.
I'm going to prove it.
You know, it's weird, though, because you have heard reports of the fish looking a lot healthier lately. So
Yeah.
they're eating
I wonder
good.
why.
Maybe they're taking some outdoor supplements, such as.
Wilderness athlete.
Oh, we'll talk about that soon. Custom jigs and spin. We got full line RPM minnows. Like the slender spoon was part of that. Oh yeah, moonshine.
Moonshine, yeah.
They got we got all colors, sizes. Of
What is that
moonshine.
thing? Is that the demon tongue?
We do have demon tongues, 2 sizes. That's a flutter spoon. It has actually an internal. It's a blade in the center of the spoon that is on a hinge or a split ring.
Okay.
So it's an extra added flash to a spoon and a light spoon. So if you're looking for slow fall or something, that flutter spoon's awesome. Lethal weapon, lethal Cecil, small jigging spoon with a blade. This thing's been popular forever, and we have them all, and they're in stock. So
A lot of awesome stuff in stock.
you guys need product. You guys need stuff, and you're tired of looking at empty peg hooks and bare shelves. Please come
First
and
of
see
all, why
us.
are you doing that? Why are they still going there? I mean,
I don't know. We'll get it figured out. Oh, Z-Viber. Can't forget him.
Z-Viber.
That'll be sold by the end of the day.
and it's not a tackle box, but it could be a tackle box. I mean, look at that.
Yeah, absolutely. But bottom fell out.
Works perfect.
Works awesome.
All right.
All right.
So,
All right, right to it. Let's get right
Garmin,
to it.
Before I throw the video in the background, I just want to say the Panoptix, for me being a techie guy, the Panoptix is like one of the coolest things you can find in fishing electronics ever.
Yeah, if you're
Especially when you're not talking like 10 G's on boat electronics. You're talking sub $2,000, something you can carry around with you. This is probably the best thing you will ever see, ever, until like maybe 2 years from now when somebody comes out with something better.
or 6 months when Garmin redoes it and comes out with some new tech that's even better. We do have a couple T-shirts and koozies. I don't know if Zach wants to do something with those.
Yeah, I mean, you get a good question here. I think since it's Garmin stuff, you get a good question about Garmin, or you get a good, we'll throw out. We got some koozies and a couple shirts. We'll throw out some swag.
Yeah, you wanna grab one of the shirts maybe?
Yeah, now
there,
that
Justin?
I chucked the koozies over.
Yeah, I'm gonna swap over.
All right,
so
you
we
can do that
see.
while this guy over here is playing the video.
There we go. I'm just gonna roll this in the background while we talk. There's no audio, but this is the little bit of a minute-long commercial that they did for the Panoptix, which is super cool because you see that it has like the amazing sonar technology, and they're not lying when they say it's amazing. When you see, I'm gonna pause it. You're gonna see
Pause it.
that right there. You actually paused it right when you said that.
That's right. That's
Nice
why
job.
I said that.
But there is this red orange fire looking stuff that's actually all live view of the bottom. So when you're looking at the bottom band there, that's like weeds, that's the ground, and all those little triangular shapes floating around there, those are all fish.
You right?
I mean, that's
I couldn't reach
that's pretty impressive. You can see the fish coming in and out in live real time, no delay. See a good old, looks like a pike or a muskie in there or something.
Oh, did you see?
Good
Did you ever see
stuff.
the uncut angling one where they're jigging muskies?
Yeah, that was
It's
impressive.
ridiculous. All right, Justin. So you fished the Panoptix how many times? Is the video still playing? I mean,
Oh, it's still playing, but go ahead and talk.
okay.
Yeah, so I've had the opportunity to take it out half a dozen times. I try to fish as much as humanly possible. So the learning curve on this machine, even though it seems like it may be complicated, it is so simple. It's hard to explain. It's like an infrared flashlight. Whatever direction you point it in, it will send real-time images back to you. Whether you're moving it, it's stationary. It comes equipped with the down view, comes equipped with the forward view, which is all in the same transducer. This is a 20 by 135 degree transducer. So not only do you have immediate real-time images, you have a range of underwater viewing that is larger than anything on the market today.
What is that range? Because I think it's pretty crazy. Somebody actually just asked while you were covering it.
So it actually, the range of coverage, again, is dependent on water depth and what sonar form you're using. So Garmin, because they're just cool that way, when you switch transducers or transducer angles, it will tell you how much of the bottom you're seeing right on your screen. So it'll allow you to set your depth range and your out. So if like you're in the forward view, you can see out to 200 feet. Yep. So now you got 135 degree cone angle,
Yep.
shooting out 200 feet. So you're missing very little.
Very little.
It's hard. It's not hard to explain. The video does a really good job of showing you, and unlike most simulator, it's realistic. I mean, it shows you that's what it looks like. You see the fish. You can see the fish the way they swim.
Yep.
I mean, you can
In real time.
In real time.
It's insane.
It's crazy. So immediately I know this is going to be an amazing panfish basin tool. Like any of you guys that go out and like the search for crappies and bluegills that are in, their winter haunts in their main lake basins, or example, I was out the other day with my wife and we went to a lake we fished a few times, and we know I had a good crappie, good bluegill population. Started popping holes. You have to be willing to work, because you do have to still look for fish, right? It doesn't scan the entire lake. So 20 holes into it, I finally found a school of fish that was about 30 yards away from the hole that I had punched. I had it in forward view, and you can adjust the angle on the deucer too. So it's as simple as from going from the down view to the forward, and it's about a 5 to 8 degree slotted angle adjustment.
Oh, okay.
So depending on the water depth and how far out, maybe if you're in deep water, you'd rather see more down and out than straight out.
Yep.
So you can cover more of that water column. And we were bouncing around, found a school of crappies, saw them on the forward view, clear as day, swimming around. I'm like, really? I mean, thank you. And
it was 30 yards roughly difference of how far off you were.
We're in 22 feet of water. There was no weed cover down there. So as soon as I marked those fish, I punched a series of holes. I did a nice circle just so we'd have holes to pop out of. Told my wife, hey, bring the gear. I found some fish, and by the time they got over there, the fish had swam from this hole about 10 yards over to that hole. And she's like, where are they at? And I'm like, they're right under that hole. Literally dropped down, 2 seconds, stuck them, pulled them up, 12.5-inch crappie. I'm like, sweet, that's awesome. Okay, well, the school moved immediately because a lot of those basin panfish roam. They don't just stay. So she's like, well, I got nothing on my screen right now. And she's running a traditional Markham, and they left. Cone angle, 20 feet. She's probably looking at 5 or 6 feet at the bottom. So if they're not in that 5 or 6 feet, you're not seeing them. I know some guys are swinging deucers or whatever. That's cool. But where are they at? Turn the handle, and that's what this long apparatus is on the top. That's basically just spins your deucer. I said, oh shoot, they're over there, they're under that hole. Went over that hole, dropped down, bang, another 12-inch crappie. And this went on, right? And as I'm looking at these crappies in this basin, I was only probably 20 yards from the big drop on the weed edge, and I saw a school of panfish, bluegills I had assumed because the marks weren't as large.
Yep.
That I could have fished, but because I was on this school of crappies, I didn't need to.
Right.
I mean, backup was there on the screen, ready to go in case the bite got slow. So it is an amazing piece of tech. Again, you have to be willing to work. And then, so in addition to that amazing transducer option, the forward view, it does come with your standard deucer on the float, right?
Yep.
And this transducer, again, cone angles adjustable on the screen. The unit's touch screen. So if you're fishing in a dense weed patch, I had it in the standard 20 the other day, and I had 14 feet of weeds and 22 feet of water. I dropped my camera down. I knew the fish were in there.
Yep.
But in the 20-degree cone, I couldn't see my bait in the weeds, so I just started touching and narrowing that beam, narrowing that cone angle until the weeds disappeared. Pick up fish, pick up my bait. Here we go. I don't.
Because like why that happens is because like if on this side of the screen your normal deucer will hit like a weed or a stone or logs, they almost say it does like a shadow effect, right, where it kind of stops reading further beyond that. Isn't that what it?
Yeah, it just weeds obviously.
That's why the adjustable beams is important rather than just the standardized, right?
Absolutely.
Right.
Yep. Most
deeper water, number one. And then, like you said, if you're bumped up next to some trees or some, weeds or something like that, to narrow that beam down, that would be the difference between like, a base unit versus the next unit up in any of the fish locating units, correct?
Yep. Most fish locating units have like dual beam, so you can go from a 9 to a 19 or an 8 to a 20.
8 to a 20, yep.
Whatever. This has, I believe it's 4 beams on this transducer, and I gotta double check that. But they're all selectable on screen. So if I go from their 5 to their 9 to their 14 to their 16 to their 19 or whatever they have, they tell me I'm going from seeing a 6-foot swath to a 5-foot swath to a 4-foot swath to a 3-foot. They made it really easy to use.
Wow.
And that's just the sonar features. Comes preloaded with maps, lake map contours, the amount of tracks and waypoints.
Do you know how
mark.
many inland maps are on there?
I am not 100%. Okay. So far, all the bodies of water that I have been on there. So
pretty accurate too.
Yeah, about as accurate as the industry standard. Not saying that they're all amazing. Anytime you open any GPS mapping, do not rely on this for navigation. Right.
Right.
It's just like the weatherman, 5 to 7 today. Well.
So here's a good question for us, which I think might deserve a prize.
All right.
Eric Schneider would like to know, while running the live scope transducer, what's your battery life like, and what are you running for batteries, 7s or 10s or higher?
This unit, okay, so it is one negative of this unit. It does come with a 12-volt, 12-amp-hour battery, which is about the equivalent of 2 standard lead-acid transducer batteries. That's what we're used to seeing. I actually just went out and put this thing on the scale. It's about 21 pounds. Oof. Just as it sits here, the transducer is large. Can you modify the top end? Sure, if you wish. But yeah, it is bulky. So for hole hopping and bouncing around, it is not the most convenient unit. But they do have a nice carry bag, and they do have the shoulder strap hooks for it. To address Eric's battery life, I have not ran the unit for longer than 8 hours. But in those 8 hours, I have ran everything from both transducers to just down, and have not ran out of power. So it's pretty long battery life, as far as I'm concerned. And I don't know
for all the stuff that's going on there.
Absolutely.
From a technology standpoint, that's impressive.
Very. Yep. And the batteries, I mean, that's obviously why they put an extra
big,
large battery in there. It needs it.
Yep.
And Big Nate replied to our maps question, I think, 17,000.
Okay.
So 17,000 inland maps.
Yeah, I know
Lakes,
it's huge.
waterways.
I didn't have the exact number, but they're preloaded too, so there's no extra purchasing once you have the machine.
Wow.
And it's a great, summertime unit too. So $18.99 is the retail on these. We are running a special on all of our ice electronics right now. But it doubles as a ice and a boat mount summer unit. So, if you're looking to justify the price, it's a twofer.
And you don't need to upgrade this one to use it on the boat, or do you?
You do. They do make a boat mount reducer upgrade that you can get. So yeah, I guess there would be a little bit of additional cost.
But either way, I mean, it's instead of having 2 different units, 3 different units, you have one unit. You can just take it back and forth. We had a question earlier too, before we went live. Accessories for this stuff, we don't carry them as of right now, but that's probably something we can either order as right now, or we'll carry more stuff. This is the first year we've carried the Garmin products.
Like I stated earlier, we're continuing to grow and add products, and Garmin is a line that we are now direct with, so we will be adding some handheld units. They got a lot of neat products. So if there's anything that you guys need, we can get it for you. So just let us know.
ATA Zach and I spoke to him about action cameras. I mean, the verbs type stuff. So, yeah, I kind of want one of their watches. Their watches look pretty cool.
They do look pretty cool. I checked those out.
I'm ready to get their watches and their cameras
Yeah.
so we can link them all up and whatnot. It's gonna be cool out in the boat with like that heartbeat sensor and everything that you can link up. That's pretty cool. So yeah, I think for Eric that was a pretty good question though.
Yeah,
what should we give him? Should we give him a koozie? Should we give him a shirt?
Let's give him a shirt.
Give him a shirt.
Why not? It's an XL shirt.
I don't know if
XL
Eric
shirt.
needs any help putting fish on the ice. I'm pretty sure he's
Oh, you know
he's
this guy?
capable. Yeah, I know who Eric is.
Okay. All right.
Although is Eric Schneider a common name? I don't know. Maybe there's
Could
two.
be.
Maybe I don't know this guy.
So what do you want? What do you
Let's
want
do
to?
a shirt. Okay. We got a shirt over
Is he
there.
just got to send his information to our messenger? Is that what
Yeah,
we wanna do?
absolutely, Eric.
If this is Eric that I know, he probably needs a can koozie also.
Oh, okay. All right. So good. There you go.
Hold him up. Hold him up once. Hold him up
all right,
for the
so
camera.
Can you see this? This is good on there.
There you go.
So
The
check-
shirts are actually
check
pretty
this
nice
out.
shirt.
Yep.
That
And
is a
it-
pretty
it
nice shirt.
Beat yesterday, which man, if you're ice fishing this weekend, you'll be glad to see the next day because it's gonna be cold.
So there's 2 shirts there. So next good question gets another shirt and a koozie. We'll just
For sure. So, Eric, real quick, reach out to us. Send us a private message here right on Facebook. We'll get that stuff out to you. Or if you are in the area, you can definitely come on into the store and pick it up. But, yeah, the next one with a good question for us, you're going to get the other half of this pack prize. So,
well, and this is a good tip. I mean, we're gonna try to do giveaways pretty much every show.
Oh, yeah.
Everything is gonna vary. Like upcoming Monday, if anybody's January 28th.
Yeah.
Lots of giveaways that day. That's that.
January 28th. We'll get into it at the end here.
Yeah.
But seriously, January 28th, we have a major announcement.
Yeah.
So tune in, get some free stuff,
Get some free
enjoy
stuff.
the show.
Yeah.
But back to
here's some
Panoptix
stories.
though. What else we got on there?
What else?
what else do you need? I mean,
The unit does itself. All right.
It literally goes out, catches fish for you. You hang out on your couch.
It does itself.
yeah, it just offers anglers a view that has never been available.
Is it
before.
fair? Is it a fair unit?
Absolutely. Yep. Nope. Even with Panoptix, there's been days I haven't caught any fish either. So I mean, it's fish are fish. Finding fish. I always say that finding fish is the hardest thing.
Yep.
Once you find those fish, getting them to eat is not always that difficult.
Right.
Obviously, as anglers, we all know that there's a lot of things that go into that may change. But yeah, for a search tool for finding fish, I don't even know how you can beat this. And for the sturgeon spears, this is a tool that will change the way
Didn't even think about it that way.
Yep.
they may outlaw it. Right.
Are you
So-
going to rent your services out with your...
Maybe. Zach will put a link to my Panoptix sturgeon location services.
I'll get you right on the Craigslist.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, I had one. The other day on Poigan, I had a fish. We were out on the edge of the hole. I had a fish come in from the bottom, swim up to the transducer, and I watched him swim back down. So the size estimation is. It's the camera controversy, right? I know there's a sturgeon there. I don't know how big he is.
Right.
So you guys can argue about that yourselves. But this tool will allow you to see fish before they even enter your hole. So it's a warning device at a minimum. Hey, buddy, put down your Mai Tai. We got a fish coming. Right.
Well, that's what you said happened when you and Jess were fishing, right? She said she had fish on her locator. And you turned it over towards her area, and you're like, "Yeah, that fish is like 3, 4, 5 feet below your bait."
Yeah, no. Sometimes on traditional sonars, and again, I fish with them all the time. They're fantastic tools. But you mark a fish on your sonar, it appears that the fish he's in your cone angle.
Yep.
So you think he's maybe looking at your bait, but I can see them. Like I can see the fish before it shows up on her graph. I can see the fish react to her lure, or just swim underneath it. Or swim by mine, or swim by mine and go eat her. So I mean, it's
Yep.
it's an amazing tool.
So real quick, I've got a couple of questions here.
Oh, it's
Another
a
one
race
right here.
off for the last.
We've
hat
got
for sure,
right?
Koozie.
Ryan Michaels says, how easy is it to get around with this unit if you're not good with electronics? Is this the wrong unit to buy?
If you're not good with electronics, I think Garmin did a very good job of making this extremely user-friendly and easy. The touchscreen which is something I think is a big advantage. And I've fished with it inside, outside, wet hands, cold hands.
What about gloves?
Gloves is a no-go.
Okay.
They do like the phone touch gloves.
Yeah,
like
those would
okay,
probably
so
work.
it's the same technology, right?
Yep.
So, but yeah, it's. I think the learning curve's short. I don't think it's tough to use. If you're familiar with traditional sonar or flasher, it's pretty self-explanatory.
Well, and I would say to that question, come on in here. We have a unit on display
With a demo mode.
with a
Absolutely.
demo mode. Play
Which is
with
awesome.
play with the unit a little bit and see what your thoughts are. I mean, then all of a sudden go right next door to it and look at a Markham or a Vexlar or a Hummingbird and or the other units and be like, okay,
Right, you can side by side them.
Yeah.
You can actually take this machine and you can customize the screens the way you want to look. So I have one screen I named Munt, right? My last name. I just don't know why I put that on there, but I have the traditional flasher on there, and then I have the down view on a split screen. So turn the unit on. The menu pops up with the images of the screens you want to pick. I just have mine preset. Boom.
the old Munt.
Oh, Munt. I almost... I grabbed the hat from your wedding. I thought, should I wear that today?
You have it here and he didn't wear it?
No, I don't have it here.
Oh, man. That's classic.
All right, so another question here. We have Daniel McCulloch asking, on the live scope unit, how do you know what cone angle you are currently at or turning to?
On the live scope,
Yes.
everything that you are using and or doing is displayed on the screen. So there's not a giant menu to go change your transducer sensitivity or change your cone angle. It's literally on the screen. So if you want to change your cone angle, you just touch the cone. Literally is a picture of a cone. And you can scroll up or down. Same thing with the sensitivity on the live scope. Again, there's a drop-down arrow right on the front of the screen. You just touch that. You can adjust your sensitivity. And then again, if you want to adjust the angle of your down and forward, it is simply just...
Now that you have to do, but obviously before you drop it down.
Yes.
Okay.
They maybe will
I was gonna say, there's
automate...
probably a motor
motorize
coming out
this
for it
here
eventually.
soon.
Yep.
And, yeah, just the full motorized in the sturgeon shack. So you're doing 100 pan 100% of the time would be pretty amazing.
That's nuts.
Now, another question here from Chase Larson. Do you run into trouble when you have a fish when pulling out the deucer? Seems a bit long and bulky, and what is the screen size?
Specifics. I should have brought the manual, Chase. Thank you. Yes, no,
Stumped 'em.
anybody got a tape measure? I can look. About a 8-inch diagonal screen.
I was gonna say, I think it's a big screen. I want to say it's probably a 7-inch.
7-inch.
I want to.
You're probably
go
right.
To 7.
Yep.
Conservatively. But it's HD.
Nathan, I'm sure Nathan will comment on the screen.
Yes, Nathan, please help us.
Yeah, no,
What
I
is
know.
the screen size?
Nathan and I were discussing the manual the other day. He's like an encyclopedia for fishing. It's amazing.
If anybody
insane.
has never had a good shopping experience with Nathan, I just don't understand. I don't understand. The guy is a wealth of knowledge.
Oh, unbelievable.
He'll walk you up and you like we just doing right now. I mean, Nathan, what's this question? And about anything we carry, fishing, hunting, anything like that. Nathan's like, oh, I believe it's this. Yeah, and he's right on.
Yeah.
He's wealth of knowledge.
Yeah,
But
he's man, he's part of the reason we're gonna have a huge mega bass assortment this year too.
Yeah.
Stuff from Japan that you cannot find in the States, we will have here. We're about to set that order off here a couple of days. So that's
We should just point out that, like, seriously, Japanese bait manufacturers put in work on that stuff. I mean,
Yep.
it's all good. It's
the way
all
they look
great
is
looking.
phenomenal.
It's quality. I mean, you can have something that gets bit by 30 different fish and still look brand new out of the box. I mean, like these.
a
they
lot of
make good
innovation
stuff.
coming out of there. Not like the U.S. market doesn't have innovation, but there's a lot of redesigned copying. I mean, the industry itself, and there's nothing wrong with that.
It's repetitive.
If you think
Right.
you redesign a lipless crank a
There's
little
only
better.
so much you can do.
Yeah.
Right.
So, for example, the Z Viber in the 1/8 ounce size, it has 3 hook slots on the top, so you can change the angle of your bait. You can change the head down, tail down, or perfectly horizontal.
Yep.
So that's neat. Most of your lipless cranks have one line tie and a split ring, right?
Right.
You're fishing it the way the manufacturer says you fish it.
Yep. And what is in not RPM?
Oh my god, dude, it's in there.
I can't think. The one it's very similar to Jig and Wrap with the wings.
Oh, the Acme Hyperglide?
Yeah, and they have a hook or a line slot on the back where it can nosedive a lot faster than you rip it one time and then that pulls through.
Anybody that has fished the Hyperglide knows that it is a extremely slow falling bait. Okay, great for a lot of applications. Not fun to fish when you're trying to get it down in 20 feet water to a schooling pieces or whatever.
Right.
By the time that bait gets down there, those fish could be gone.
Right.
So that is why they put that line tie in the back. It helps shoot it down. They do make a heavier rattle version of that also. So, and we have all of those.
So another one real quick. When fishing with this unit, is it practice to have a hole only for the unit and separate hole to fish, or do you fish out of the same hole?
Okay, and that's back to Chase's question, which we kind of got off of.
Yeah.
So I will. Yeah. It does require. It doesn't require, but it is best to drill a second hole for. So my setup for this is a hole about 6 to 8 inches from the hole I'm fishing out of. So I'll run the side or down Panoptic transducer in that hole, and then in my hole that I'm fishing in, I'll fish the traditional sonar unit. So literally, you're covering. There's a fish cannot get within a 30-yard radius of your ice shelter and you not have the ability to know it's there. I don't care how big it is. It's pretty cool.
So the chances of it tangling up in the live scope area are not that great.
No, not
but
if you have
a traditional deucer. It's just like any other unit.
Yep, if you're like a traditional deucer. I mean,
pull the unit.
That fish gets tangled in it every single time.
Yep. So yeah, if you, just like you normally do, if you feel it's a good sized fish, pull your transducer out of the hole right away.
Yep.
Fight the fish. That way you don't have to worry about losing it.
And I've fished out of the same hole with this thing. I mean, it's not impossible. It's just a little
as this long portion here.
Oh yeah, when you get really good, no, it's not a second hole.
The way I look at it, you need 2 holes for this thing.
You do
every single time.
And there's really no reason not to. I mean, an extra hole takes you less than a minute to pop most of the time.
Yep.
So,
if you bought a Strike Master that's on sale at the Real Shot,
40 volt
you're
lithium,
gonna drill thousands of holes and never worry about it.
You could Swiss cheese that thing if you want. Why not?
Nice.
Now, real quick, EC Davis would like to know, I had friends have interference using different units while fishing together. Does this have the same issue?
So I have only had the opportunity to fish this in next to a Markham machine, which I believe they run off different frequencies, but I'm not sure. I have had 0 interference.
What about the Markham? Did the Markham have any?
No interference on the Markham either. So so far, no. I haven't had a chance to run 2 panels together to see if I get interference there. Maybe, but so far, nothing. And again, I'm running the down view, which is cool. Once I find the fish, I like to switch from the forward to the down, so I can see my bait, see my wife's bait. So I know if a fish is coming over my wife's bait, I jig real aggressively and try to steal the fish. You know, stuff like that. Yeah, stuff like that. What normal people do. Yeah,
for sure.
I got to fish plenty anyway. It's fine.
Dude, those are some real good questions.
Yeah, so I would say, you know what, honestly, I mean, do we have more Garmin stuff out there, or was this everything?
I'll have to go look. I think we have maybe some can koozies left. I know the shirts went. Did we run like a Christmas promotion with the other Garmin shirts?
I don't know if we did or not.
I'll look.
I know we did some shirts, but anyways,
we can't make promises here, but we got. I know we have this.
I think realistically, maybe. I mean, Ryan's been super active in our chat today, so I think we should send him a shirt. So Ryan Michaels, please reach out to us. We're gonna send you a shirt.
Okay,
you asked some questions. You've been very, very into it, so please, reach out to us. We'll hook you up with one of those.
Yeah, and then are we giving this away separately then?
Yeah.
I mean, who doesn't?
Who wants a can koozie?
Yeah, who doesn't?
Everybody.
I'll let you pick the last. There's a couple good questions.
Yeah, there's some good ones. Let's just say.
Any money.
I think I'm going with Chase Larson.
All right.
Let's go with Chase Larson.
Chase Larson?
Oh, yeah.
Man.
Yeah, I knew it was going to happen.
Actually, Chase is one of the nicest guys I know.
Yeah. Okay,
Way
cool.
nicer than you, man.
So
It's awesome. Everybody who we've announced right now, reach out to us.
So I hope people caught that.
Yeah.
The truth comes out. Yeah, of
That's
course.
good. That's all good.
I'm a real cheery guy. Real cheery. This is the last time you're going to be in here anyway, by the way. All right, so you have the name. So those 3 people have to reach out to collect their prizes.
Yep, I'm gonna write them down right now.
Write them down.
Awesome.
So okay, so we covered Panoptix. I'm looking at our board here. So we did talk about it briefly. So we're ever expanding product assortment, and some people here at the Real Shot feel like supplements are a cool thing to do.
If you like exercise,
If you like exercising, I mean, so what we're interested in, and we have a question. So if anybody's listening, is anybody else interested in like mountain ops or wilderness athlete? We're changing the topic right now. You know, we just recently got set up with wilderness athlete. We haven't put an order in yet, but we will. So we're possibly, you know, we're for surely going to carry some of that product, whether it's just strictly online or in the store. I mean, we're interested. I mean, obviously that's a saturated market, just like there's a lot of, I mean, you can go to any GNC and get that kind of stuff. Now this stuff is directed towards the outdoors man and woman. And the one reason we kind of like the Wilderness Athlete brand is because they also are affiliated with Train to Hunt. So if anybody follows that kind of stuff on social media, it's all like cool stuff. Maybe not. The possibility down the road, kind of holding events. I don't know. We're talking about a lot of cool things to expand, you know, the Real Shot brand with other brands. But so yeah, I mean, it's something that we're interested in. So we'd love to see more feedback and hear more feedback on that kind of stuff. You know, is that something anybody's interested in? If it's not, then we're not going to carry it. But if if the demand is high, we can get it.
Yep. It's just like anything like we discussed earlier, assortment. You know, we listen to our customers. I mean, that's why we have the assortment we have, because we have thousands of diehard anglers, guys that are extremely serious about the sport, giving us their feedback. So we use it.
Well,
I mean, why would you not?
And it's if you follow anything on social media around those kind of brands, the supplement style branding, I mean, there's a lot of in-shape people, and there's a lot of cool things that are going on with that. I mean, obviously, one of the things that's really popular now is you eat what you kill. I mean, for a while there, you always question on these hunting shows, what did they do with like the 35 deer they kill a year? Now you're understanding that either they give them away, they're actually having a lot more content, which we're going to do, processing those. I mean, Eggert's talking about bringing a deer in for us on Friday, and we're going to butcher that thing right here at the Real Shot. So yeah, any long story short.
You are. I'm butchering more deer this
Well, I don't hope he's not punched in while he's butchering this deer. But, I mean, yeah, so we're interested in what our Real Shot fans want to hear. I mean,
right.
Are they interested in supplements or not? And then Brian's at SHOT Show right now. So if anybody's following our Instagram stuff, did you see the picture when he had that DP-12, that double-barreled shotgun?
He finally found it.
He finally found it.
He wants one in the worst type of way now that he found one.
Yeah.
I don't know if they let him leave with it.
I don't know if you
like they
saw
had
that
the-
at all.
Yeah, I don't know who that crazy Russian dude that has that YouTube video.
FPS Russia.
Yeah. He's entertaining, to say the
Fun
least.
facts, he's not Russian, and I'm pretty sure he's in jail right now.
Oh, okay.
The ATF didn't like his YouTube channel.
Right.
They did not.
Nope.
So
Where's he from? Do you know?
He's from like Virginia or something like that.
Oh, I can
That
see
was just
why
a
that
character he played.
Oh, really?
Oh, really?
Yeah. He's still amazing videos.
think
FPS
that
Russia
actually
on
makes
YouTube.
him
That guy made
more
some
cooler,
cool
yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
So for those who don't know, SHOT Show is like everything outdoor industry related. He's sending us pictures of this stuff, and these places are huge. So there's guns, there's archery, there's I don't know, trucks. There's this.
Everything?
It's in Las Vegas, so it's not a small event.
It's huge.
So
He's probably got flip-flops and shorts on right now,
Yeah.
and we're sitting here snowstorm and
Yeah.
12 degrees.
and then
I
he'll
mean,
come home and he'll go
to be fair, I've seen
snowmobiling for
him-
a week.
To be fair, I've seen him in flip-flops here in the snow, so I mean,
Yeah, true. Very true. Yep. Yep.
which I think it has to do something with owning a boat, because when the night I bought my boat, it snowed, and I walked outside, went to the store wearing flip-flops, and I looked down, I'm like, I own a boat now.
We are going to get you into a pair of the Shimano Air shoes.
I'm ready for
a
'em.
boat shoe. We can ask Ty if we can ever get them in here. They are one of the most comfortable pair of.
I'm ready for him.
Man, we have them.
Is that what we carried last year?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we sold through the stock. I think they redesigned some colors and some things this year. So,
So,
Awesome.
yep, watch that content coming out. Brian's there live, or he's hopefully going live at some point and posting pictures constantly.
Yeah, he's going pretty crazy on social media right now, stories. So watch our Instagram and Facebook story. I mean,
Yep.
we've got everything he sees, he's pretty much putting on there.
Yep.
Man, what else? We've let this one run. This has been a
Yeah,
good
it's
episode. We're at an hour and 15
It's
minutes.
been a lot of good. Justin did a great job, Mimi, covering the lure topics and the Panoptix. Obviously, there was a lot of, again, so not to. If there's things people want to hear, let us know. I mean, let's just.
So I think we'll look at the future schedule, but as more of the new product bass, walleye, panfish, we are increasing all the assortments in addition to the huge Great Lakes edition. So
whether it's live in this format or it's just live on Instagram or Facebook, we're going to be covering a lot of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And then Russell is on his way, safe travels to Russell, but he's on his way to Chicago to a big fishing show. I can't remember the name of that one, but that's a bass walleye show he was telling us. So he's stocked up down there.
Yeah, he's got a lot of the custom cranks, the bandits, the jointed flickers. Jointed huskies, regular huskies, flicker minnows, flicker shads. He's got a full assortment of customs down there in addition to custom colors. Michigan Stinger, again, is an addition to our Great Lakes assortment. We have it's a huge number of colors that are TRS exclusives. You cannot get them anywhere else. So that's a trend we like to keep going. We want to offer our customers stuff they cannot find everywhere. We also want to keep stuff that they want in stock too.
Oh, right.
So that's where sets us apart from anything.
Yeah, you
local.
and Ty and Rick, you guys work hard. And Tony up on the floor.
Yep.
I mean, we're out of this. We need to get it as soon as we possibly can. It's hot right now. So
Right. All right. Well, if that covers everything for this week's episode.
I think it did. You just got to reiterate to those people they got to reach out.
Yeah, we're going to reach out. Ryan, he's actually going to be buying some stuff, so we're just going to throw it in his package for when it ships. So that's awesome. Thanks everybody for watching. This Friday, we're going to be back live. We're not exactly sure what we're going to be talking about, but we'll have a good show for a Friday especially. That's going to be, again, 10 a.m. right here on Facebook or over at trsoutdoors.com. And January 28th, Monday, 10 a.m. is going to be one of the most revolutionary live shows ever for what we're about to bring into the store. So
I hope so.
And if you want to sneak peek at what's coming into the store, come into the store.
Come to the store and check it out.
Check it out. So,
yeah. Otherwise, any other questions? I think we're all good. I mean, that was a good show.
Yeah, no,
Thanks,
it was a great
Justin,
time.
for
Great
joining
show.
us.
Yeah, no, hey, thanks for having me.
You're
Man.
what the people want. The people
What do people
want,
want?
Justin.
They have
Owen
questions
wants.
about tackle.
That's great. And between
can
you and
answer all of
Tony
them.
and
Yeah, no, I love it. I mean, that is my life. It's been my life forever. A fisherman who buys tackle. It's pretty cool combo. So.
Yep.
Awesome. Well, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in, and we will see you guys all next time Wednesday. Whoops, sorry, it's Wednesday
Friday.
now. Friday.
Friday at
See
10.
y'all Friday.
But
10
remember,
a.m.
they'll see the intro first.
And there'll be an
so
intro
now
first.
you know you're on the right spot.
You're in the right spot.
All right,
everybody.
cool. Thanks,
We're
everybody.
signing off.